Hey World, I am back with another video. Today I'm going to be jumping in on the Hermes conversation. Originally I didn't want to because I was like, this is going to be so overdone. But after watching a lot of videos that other YouTubers have released, I can actually appreciate it because I heard a lot of different opinions and it just intrigued me to kind of jump in on the fun and share my opinion. It's going to be completely, like I said, unpopular. Just to give you a heads up, I do not think that the two people who are suing Hermes should win. I was going to do a video talking in a little bit more detail on why I decided to stop my Hermes journey here in the States at least. So let me know if you want me to elaborate on that a little bit more. I'm happy to do a separate video on it. But yes, it's official. I am not going to play the Hermes game here in the States. So talking a little bit about Hermes's business model, if you think about it, it is a genius way of selling. So majority of sales out there, they're, in my opinion, everything again in this video is my opinion, so I'm going to keep repeating that, but there's three ways of selling. The first way is FOMO, fear of missing out, which I know a lot of people are talking about that in various different industry, and our markets in the current years have really honed in on that, right? So that's the first one. Number two, fear mongering. If you don't do this, or if you don't buy this, then this will happen to you. So this is why you should buy my product. The third one is basically selling you a feeling that you are special. And this is what Hermes does really well. I'm sure there are other ways of selling your product because it's actually a good product, but I'm just going to focus on these three because that's what I'm hearing all the time nowadays. If you think about it, Hermes is a luxury brand, right? They have never said anything but that. And the reason why the Birkin is so special, or the Kelly, an iconic bag, is so special is that when you go through and become a customer of theirs, they know how to treat you and make you feel super special. And for you to be offered a Birkin, you're like, that feeling of being super special is like, it gives you that endorphins kick, and it gives you that adrenaline rush of saying, oh my goodness, I'm being treated like a queen because I got offered a Birkin, right? They've basically perfected that feeling for any clients who do receive a Birkin or a Kelly. So the reason why I don't think these two people who are suing Hermes in California should win is because, one, they're whiny. There's no way around it. It's like, oh, I didn't get offered X, Y, and Z, so I'm going to go complain to the teacher. Or I didn't get to do that, so I'm going to go complain to the teacher and make to the teacher give me that toy or give me that service, right? Like, just like, if you can't get it, you can get it. Walk away. That's just my opinion. Feel free to disagree with it. And that's what I've chosen to do, right? Is to walk away. And I don't think they should win because they're suing on a luxury brand. It is not a necessity. And they're suing based on antitrust laws, right? So I'm not a lawyer. I did a little bit digging because this is not something I deal with on a daily basis, right? And feel free to Google it yourself. But the three major antitrust laws consist of Sherman, which basically says that it prevents companies from monopolizing the market by merging. Number two is the Clayton. They prevent predatory pricing because of mergers. So going back to the Sherman Law. Then you've got the Federal Trade Commission Act, which again goes back to, predatory lending, linking products so that you can have access to, which I think that's what they're basically honing in on, the Federal Trade Commission Act, where they're linking different products, like you have to buy one in order to buy the other. The law in America works in mysterious ways, so I don't know if they're going to win. I don't think so, and I don't think they should. But what the Federal Trade Commission here in the States are supposed to do is to kind of police the different industries, which includes healthcare, drugs, food, energy, and technology. And as we all know, Hermes does not fall in any of those categories. So looking at history, recent history at least, and the ones that you usually hear about are drug companies. Drug companies wanted to merge or buy out another drug company, and the Federal Trade Commission has stepped in to prevent that. And that is to protect the consumers or the patients who need these drugs, right? Because what they're going to do is merge together, jack up the prices because you have nowhere else to purchase these particular drugs. And I am 100% behind that because you should not be able to monopolize that market. Now, this doesn't fall in that particular category, but I'm sure you've heard this, especially if you're in the States, but Ticketmaster and Live Nation were trying to merge, and the government decided it's like, nope, you can't do that. Because if you ever purchase, of course, there's Taylor Swift concerts and other concerts. Let's just say I took my nieces to a Paw Patrol concert, right? I had to buy it via Ticketmaster. And for Paw Patrol, I was like, oh, yay, $30 for a ticket. And then I had 4 tickets. All of a sudden, it was like $200. I was like, okay, 30 times 4 does not equal $200, right? It's because of all the fees that are added to Ticketmaster, and they can do that because they kind of have a monopoly on the market already. So it's already bad enough, but if Live Nation and Ticketmaster were to combine and join forces, so to speak, or become one company, those fees are going to go up even more. Now, going to concerts and seeing shows is not the same thing. It's not a necessity, right? But thinking about all of the mergers that were trying to happen or happened with airlines, I was Googling this just to kind of jog my memories of what airlines tried to merge. Apparently, Virgin Airlines here in the States tried to buy Spirit Airlines out. Now, why would you buy Spirit Airlines? I have no idea why they would want to do that, but they tried to. And that, I think, never happened because it would dominate a specific market. And I think that is good because airlines is not a luxury good. Yes, traveling is a luxury, but it's considered the transportation category. So that would affect a lot of people who actually need to travel, going across the seas to go see, across the country to go see their families or whatever. That's considered a necessity, in my opinion. So based on the Sherman and the Clayton Law, the mergers and predatory, pricing and whatnot, it's not the case with Hermes because they're not monopolizing the market. So you can't stand on those particular laws as well because there are plenty of other luxury goods, handbags that make the exact same thing that Hermes makes, right? So that's not really something that would hold up in court, I don't think at least. So I'm in sales and maybe my opinions are biased, but we also operate in an industry or market where we have the mentality of you should treat everybody fairly, but you shouldn't treat everybody the same. So a very simple example that could apply to most people, right, are reward systems, whether it's a hotel, whether it's an airline, whether it's a reward system that at your local supermarket, right? You swipe points, you get to upgrade it to VIP, and then they invite you to certain events, even at grocery stores. They do that at grocery stores, right? And then that's how they keep you keep coming back and purchasing from them. Now, the one example I'm going to use is United Airlines, right? I travel a lot for work and I'm able to build up to the gold status. And because I'm a gold status, I get perks. Sometimes I get upgraded to first class without paying for first class. Sometimes I can book certain tickets using my mileage at a discounted price. And that's the perk for me spending money with United only. And technically, if you look at it, that is tying a product to another product, right? So if I spend $7,000 and $10,000 in a year on airfares and I see a person who is not gold, who is not status with United, get bumped up to first class for no reason at all, just because we want to try to treat everybody, the same, I would get pissed. Then why am I spending $7,000 to $10,000 at your airline then? I should just go somewhere else that will treat me better for spending so much money with you. So technically, if you think about it, that is considered tying a product to a service, tying a service to another product, right? So I don't know what everybody's all riled up about, but Hermes can play that game if they want to. Do I like it? Absolutely not, but I understand, right? If anybody that needs to be sued is LVMH, in my opinion. They are literally gobbling up all of these companies like Celine, Alexander McQueen, I think, who else? All of these, Loewe, they're all owned by LVMH, and yet nobody has a problem with that. Yet nobody's suing LVMH. I'm not trying to protect Hermes or speak for them, but in order to be fair, why aren't we focusing on LVMH? And then holding down on just Louis Vuitton in general, right? Louis Vuitton has statuses as well, right? You could be a regular customer that just walks in and you purchase something. But Louis Vuitton also has VIPs and VVIPs, and you've heard this from ex-associates. They do have a categorization of who the VIPs are, who are the very, very important clients are, right? And the VVIPs get access to all of these events. They get invited. They get Christmas gifts, around the holiday times because they have spent an X amount of dollars with Louis Vuitton. Am I mad that I don't get something from Louis Vuitton for a holiday? No, I don't spend money with them. So why should I be mad for them not, treating me fairly, right? So just to round it out, I think this is such a stupid lawsuit. Again, in my opinion, you can disagree with it. Let's have a conversation about it. If you think I'm crazy, let me know down in the comments section. But again, let's just all share our different perspective and just really learn from each other. I am open to hearing your perspective because that's how we learn. Having a discussion, seeing each other people's perspective and learning from them really can open your eyes to other subjects that could be more important. Again, like I said, at the end of the day, handbags, luxury goods, these are all just frivolous things that we can live without. I choose to live with them because that makes me happy, right? So I hope you like this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed my ramblings here. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier, hopefully less in retail. I'll see you all next time.